Masked wrestlers have always been a fascinating tradition in the world of wrestling, especially in the heartland of Lucha Libre, Mexico. Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest masked wrestlers of our time, once said, "The mask is a very big tradition in Mexican Lucha Libre wrestling." In this segment, we're setting the stage for our journey into the world of masked wrestlers. Lucha Libre is known for its colorful masks, high-flying acrobatics, and rich traditions. These masks are more than just attire. They are symbols of honor, identity, and legacy. So get ready to dive deep into the captivating world of masked wrestlers as we explore the 16 masked WWE wrestlers who were shockingly unmasked. Speaking of Rey Mysterio, he's undoubtedly one of the most iconic masked wrestlers in WWE history.
This, whatever, it's going to be something nuts. Oh my God! From the top rope of Hurricane Rana!
But did you know that even the great Rey Mysterio had to face an unexpected unmasking? Back in 1999, during his time in WCW, Mysterio lost his mask in a hair versus mask match, but the circumstances surrounding it left a bitter taste. Mysterio himself admitted, "I was strongly against it. I don't think WCW understood what the mask meant to me, to my fans, and to my family." The Big Red Machine Kane struck terror into the hearts of his opponents for years. But in 2003, during a Monday Night Raw episode, the unthinkable happened. Kane was unmasked. Glenn Jacobs, the man behind the mask, revealed why he agreed to this shocking change. "I felt like I had gone as far as I could with the mask at that point," Jacobs said. Owen Hart, a legend in his own right, once wrestled under the mask as the Blue Blazer. But the mask didn't always stay on. In 1991, he had a mask versus mask match against Mexican superstar El Canek. The result? Owen Hart had to unmask himself. This was a dramatic showdown that took place during a live event, and the consequences were significant for both Hart and his opponent. Kalisto, another masked sensation, lost his mask in a dramatic match against Johnny Gargano, but that wasn't the end of his masked journey. Sin Cara, played by George Arias, also had a similar fate. Kalisto had his mask challenged in a match against Johnny Gargano, where the stakes were incredibly high, the mask itself. But Kalisto's unmasking didn't spell the end of his career. It marked a transition to WWE, where he continued to shine. Sin Cara, on the other hand, temporarily assumed the Sin Cara identity after the original Sin Cara's suspension. However, he faced his own unmasking as well. John Cena, a name synonymous with WWE, shocked the world when he introduced his cousin Juan Cena. Sporting a quirky mask and an entirely different persona, Juan Cena stepped into the ring. But was it really John under that mask? The WWE Universe was left guessing as the storyline took an intriguing turn. This unusual twist in Cena's career happened during a time when his future in WWE was uncertain. The Dark Patriot, a menacing masked figure, had a counterpart known as the Patriot. Their feud took an unexpected turn when the Patriot unmasked the Dark Patriot. But to understand this dramatic unmasking, let's set the stage. Before entering the WWE, the Patriot rose to fame in the Global Wrestling Federation, GWF, where he held titles and established himself as a force to be reckoned with. It was during this time that he found himself confronted by his dark double, the Dark Patriot. Ask Superstar Number 2 competed under the mask in several territories, concealing his identity. But one day things took an unexpected turn. To understand this unmasking, let's provide some context. During his time in Jim Crockett Promotions, Masked Superstar Number 2 took on a protege named Masked Superstar 2 to assist him in his feud against Blackjack Mulligan. This storyline was filled with tension and anticipation. However, the pivotal moment arrived when Masked Superstar Number 2 was unmasked by Blackjack Mulligan, revealing his true identity as Big John Studd, one of Mulligan's arch rivals. This shocking unmasking added a new layer of intrigue to their rivalry. What happens when a wrestling legend like Hulk Hogan finds himself sidelined by the powers that be? Well, in the world of WWE, the answer was Mr. America, an enigmatic masked wrestler. But this storyline wasn't as straightforward as it seemed. To provide some context, Hulk Hogan had been fired from WWE due to a peculiar match stipulation during his feud with the Nexus faction. In response, Vince McMahon concocted a plan, Mr. America. Mr. America donned a mask and entered the ring, and fans were left wondering, was it really Hogan under the hood? The storyline took a bizarre turn as Vince McMahon tried everything to expose Mr. America's true identity. In 1990, NWA World Heavyweight Champion Sting found himself embroiled in a mysterious and convoluted storyline featuring a masked antagonist known as the Black Scorpion. But to truly understand the chaos and confusion that ensued, let's provide some context. Sting's nemesis, the Black Scorpion, claimed to be a figure from Sting's past. The NWA tried to suggest that it might even be Sting's former tag partner, the Ultimate Warrior, despite the Warrior being with the WWF at the time. This segment transports us back to the early 90s and the perplexing world of WCW, where the Black Scorpion played mind games with Sting, using magic tricks and low-rent illusions to keep fans guessing. But here's the twist. WCW itself was unsure who the Black Scorpion was, utilizing different wrestlers to play the character. It quickly became one of WCW's worst storylines ever. Abyss, the monstrous masked wrestler from TNA, had an alter ego, Joseph Parks. This storyline was a roller coaster of emotions and unexpected revelations. But to fully appreciate this unique journey, let's set the stage. Abyss, portrayed by Christopher Parks, worked tirelessly to get the Abyss character over in TNA, holding several championships and establishing himself as a dominant force. However, his psychological portrayal hinted at a deeper complexity. The storyline took a dramatic turn when Joseph Parks, claiming to be Abyss's brother, entered the scene, searching for his missing sibling. This twist led to an unmasking of sorts, revealing the connection between Abyss and Joseph Parks. Juventud Guerrera faced an unexpected unmasking during his time in WCW. To understand the significance of this unmasking, let's provide some context. Before his unmasking, Juventud Guerrera had made a name for himself in WCW and other promotions. He was known for his high-flying luchador style, and his mask was a symbol of his identity. However, in a high-stakes match against Chris Jericho, Juventud Guerrera put his mask on the line. The result was a shocking unmasking that left fans in disbelief. Psychosis, a talented luchador, found himself in a unique position in WCW. But to truly appreciate the twists and turns of his story, let's provide some context. Psychosis was known for his incredible wrestling skills and iconic mask. However, WCW had a trend of unmasking its luchadors, and Psychosis was no exception. He lost his mask not once, but twice. The first unmasking happened in a match against Rey Mysterio Jr., and the second time he faced the unmasking was at the hands of Billy Kidman during an episode of Monday Night Nitro. Doom, the Masked Menaces, were a formidable tag team in WCW, but even they couldn't escape the tradition of unmasking. To fully understand the significance of this unmasking, let's provide some context. Doom, under the guidance of Woman, made their debut at Halloween Havoc in 1989. They quickly became a dominant force in WCW's tag team division. However, by February 1990, Doom was losing steam. Their fate was sealed in a mask versus title match against the Steiner brothers at Clash of Champions 10. Ron Simmons and Butch Reed, the men behind the masks, had to reveal their true identities. Wrestling enthusiast, if you've enjoyed this thrilling journey through the world of masked WWE wrestlers and their jaw-dropping unmaskings, here's your chance to be part of the action. Give us a big thumbs up if you found these stories as gripping as we did. Share this video with your fellow wrestling fanatics so they can join in on the excitement too. But the excitement doesn't stop here. To stay up to date with all the latest wrestling stories, unmaskings, and thrilling moments, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Wrestling Mania is your go-to source for all things wrestling, and we want you to be a part of our growing community.